war. War never changes.
What's up, Wastelanders? In this video, we're diving into the Fallout 3 DLCs, all 5 of them, released for the Xbox 360. I'll give you a quick review of each one, from the icy battlegrounds of Anchorage to getting abducted by aliens in Mothership Zeta. But that's not all. If you've got a modded RGH Xbox 360, I'm also showing you exactly how to install all the DLCs step by step. No confusion, no nonsense, just get it loaded and ready to play. Whether you're here to relive the classics or trying them out for the first time, this video's got you covered. So strap that Pip-Boy to your wrist, check your quest log, and let's dive into the wasteland adventures waiting in Fallout 3's DLCs. Welcome to Operation Anchorage, the first Fallout 3 DLC, where you step into a high-tech military simulation to reenact one of the most legendary battles in Fallout history, the liberation of Alaska from Chinese communist invaders. Imagine Call of Duty in a cryogenic meat locker, with stealth ninjas and a Gauss rifle. Welcome to Anchorage. You'll command your own strike teams, sneak past cloaked Chinese stealth ninjas, and unlock some exclusive loot, like the Chinese stealth suit and Gauss rifle, that you can actually take back to the real wasteland once you're done playing soldier. Next up is the Pitt, post-apocalyptic ruins of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome to a place where steel isn't the only thing that's toxic. You'll hop on a rickety railcar straight into a nightmare of crumbling factories, radioactive sludge, and a charming little civil war between enslaved workers and their raider overlords. It's like visiting Detroit after the bombs dropped. If Detroit also had talking trogs and a slavery economy. Explore an industrial hellscape drenched in rust, regret, and radiation. Make morally questionable decisions, question who the real villains are, and maybe, just maybe, walk out with a few cool souvenirs like the auto axe, chainsaw on steroids, or some new power armor that'll make even super mutants jealous. The Pit is all about shades of gray, not the sexy kind, the Fallout kind, where every choice feels wrong and everyone smells like burnt motor oil. Up next is Broken Steel, the DLC that basically says, hey, remember that dramatic ending to Fallout 3? Yeah, forget all that. Broken Steel lets you continue your journey after the original ending, picking up right where the main story left off. But this time, you're teaming up with the Brotherhood of Steel to wipe out the last gasps of the Enclave and their fancy uniforms. You'll march into battle alongside the Absolute Unit known as Liberty Prime, a 40-foot-tall, communist-hating robot that throws nukes like footballs and quotes propaganda while doing it. What more could you want? The level cap is raised from 20 to 30, unlocking new perks, harder enemies, and more room for your bad decision-making. Plus, there are new weapons, missions, locations, and yes, you'll be hoarding supplies like a two-headed squirrel prepping for nuclear Christmas. Broken Steel isn't just an epilogue. It's the real endgame content Fallout 3 deserved, with more explosions and more Liberty Prime. Next, we're heading into the radioactive heart of the bayou with Point Lookout, a DLC that trades the ruins of DC for something much creepier, a fog-choked, mutant-infested swamp along the Maryland coast. You'll catch a ferry to the dilapidated seaside town of Point Lookout, where things get weird fast. Think twisted cults, mutant rednecks, Confederate ghosts, and enough swamp gas to fry your Pip-Boy. It's the most open-ended and atmospheric DLC in Fallout 3. Less mission checklist, more get lost and hope you don't get eaten. Exploration is key here, and the deeper you go, the stranger and more hostile it gets. Basically, it's Fallout's version of a horror vacation. And last, but definitely not least, we've got Mothership Zeta, where Fallout 3 says forget realism and launches you straight into orbit. After getting beamed up mid-wasteland stroll, you'll wake up aboard a massive alien mothership floating miles above the capital wasteland. Your mission? Escape. Your odds? Questionable. Alongside a crew of fellow abductees, including a cowboy, a wastelander, and yes, an actual samurai, You'll blast your way through alien corridors using some of the most ridiculous and ridiculously fun weapons in the game, like the alien atomizer, disintegrator, and drone cannon. There's even a snazzy Gemini-era spacesuit and samurai armor, because nothing says tactical flexibility like charging into battle in a spacesuit with a katana. Mothership Zeta is Fallout 3 at its most off-the-wall. Less post-apocalypse, more War of the Worlds loot edition. Strap in, because things are about to get extraterrestrial.
Good luck to all of us. And Godspeed.
Alright, we've talked all about Fallout 3's awesome DLCs. Now it's time to actually get them on your RGH Xbox 360 and start playing. First things first, you'll need the game itself. If you don't already have Fallout 3, let's fire up Google and search Fallout 3 Xbox 360 ROM. You'll find a few sites, not naming names, you'll know when you see it. Look for the US version, click on it, and hit download. I'm skipping that step because I already have the game on my PC. No need to double dip. Now let's go back and filter the search for Fallout 3 DLCs. What we're looking for is Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. Boom, there it is. Click it open and you'll see something called Fallout 3 Disc 2. So what's the deal with Disc 2? Well, back in the day, Bethesda sold the DLCs on a separate disc. Disc 1 was the main game, and Disc 2 was all 5 DLCs packed together. Basically, it's your Wasteland expansion pack. Go ahead and download that. Again, I won't hit download myself. Already have it on my system and ready to go. Alright, let's get everything ready for the install. First, I'm going to copy my Fallout 3 game folder to the desktop. It's already extracted and good to go, ready to be uploaded to the Xbox hard drive. Next, I'll do the same with Fallout 3 Disc 2. The DLC disc. But this one's still in a compressed archive, so we need to extract it first. Once extracted, you'll see an ISO file. Quick heads up, ISO files are disk images, but your Xbox 360 can't read them directly. To extract the contents of the ISO, we'll use a free tool called Xbox Image Browser. It's lightweight, easy to use, and you can download it online. Just search Xbox Image Browser Download. Now let's go ahead and open up our ISO. In this case, it's Fallout 3 Disc 2. Right-click the ISO file and choose Extract using Xbox Image Browser. Before extracting, let's create a new folder to keep things tidy. I'll name it DLC, but you can call it whatever you like. Once that's done, extract the contents of the ISO directly into the DLC folder. Now here's a little tip. When you open that extracted folder, it might look like a full game disk. You'll see files like default.xex, and maybe think it's meant to be launched like a regular game. Technically, yes. On a stock Xbox 360, that default.xex would auto-launch the disk and begin installing the DLCs. But on an RGH console, it doesn't work that way. The auto-run won't trigger, and launching that file won't install the DLCs properly. What we actually need is inside the content folder. Open that up, and you'll see a 16 zeros folder. Inside, you will find another folder, FFD2000. That's the good stuff. Those are the actual DLC files your console can recognize. You can ignore the other folders, we don't need them. So let's copy FF2000 folder to our desktop and delete the rest. At this point, we now have two things ready to go, the Fallout 3 game folder and the FF2000 folder, which contains all the DLCs. Now you might be thinking, is it really that simple? Well, not quite. We've got one more important step. We need to update the folder names so the Xbox recognizes the DLC properly. First, we need the correct title ID for Fallout 3. So let's head online and search for Xbox 360 Title ID Finder. You'll usually find it on a GitHub page or another reliable site. Once you're there, hit Ctrl F and search for Fallout 3. Here it is, Title ID 425307D5. This is the one we need. Now go back to your FF2000 folder and rename the folder structure correctly. the parent folder should be named exactly 425307D5. Then open that folder, and you'll see a subfolder named FFFFFF. Rename it to 000002. That's 7 zeros, then 2. Boom. That's it. Your DLC folder is now correctly labeled and ready for the console to read. Now the final step, transferring the game and DLC folders to your Xbox 360 hard drive. There's no one right way to do it, so go with whatever method works best for you. You can copy the files to a USB stick and transfer them using Aurora's file manager, or use FTP to send everything over Wi-Fi. If you're not sure how to set up FTP, no worries. I've got a full tutorial on the channel, and I'll leave the link down in the description. Personally, I prefer using Fat Explorer tools. I just unplug the hard drive, connect it to my PC, and drag the files over directly. Quick and painless. Alright, now let's copy the Fallout 3 game folder to your games directory on the hard drive. In my case, I've got a dedicated games folder where I keep everything nice and organized. As for the DLC, it needs to go in a specific location. Head to the content folder, then open the one named 16 Zeros and paste the DLC folder right there. That's it. Game and DLCs are now in the right spots. Now it's time to pop the hard drive back into your console and power it on. If you used FTP, there's no need to reboot. Just move on to the next step. Once you're in Aurora, you'll probably notice your games aren't showing up yet. In my case, I've only copied Fallout 3, so let's make sure it appears on the dashboard. Head over to the Content tab, select Game Paths, and point it to your Games folder. Then hit the Scan button. Oh, and make sure your Xbox is connected to the internet. That way, Aurora can download the game covers automatically. Alright, here it is, the one and only game on our hard drive right now, Fallout 3. Let's fire it up and see if everything's working properly. We select our player, it says loading extra content, and wait a second, no DLC tab? That's because, surprise twist, I intentionally skipped a very important step to show you what happens when it's missing. Let's head back into Aurora and fix it. What we're missing is the title update. So here's what to do. Press Y on the Fallout 3 game tile. Select Title Update. Go to the Unity Market, download the latest version, and most importantly, make sure to enable it once it's downloaded. Now, launch the game again. And just like that, all 5 DLCs show up and are ready to play. Start a new game, check everything works, and yep, everything's running smooth. So that's how you install Fallout 3 DLCs on a modded RGH Xbox 360. If this video helped you out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and drop a comment if you ran into any issues. And hey, if you're looking to buy a modded console, check out our website. We ship worldwide, and it's free shipping to the US and Canada. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Probably next week. Stay safe out there in the wasteland.